What is up, Watch Fam? Happy Friday, and welcome to Liquor Run. I am Christian from Theo and Harris.
And I'm Anna from Theo and Harris.
And today we're going to be drinking some hot cocoa, Peppermint Schnapps, and going to be talking about Theo and Harris, entrepreneurship, and you. Anna, let's do it. Quick shout out to my dad. Rolly is traveling. He cannot be here on today's episode of Liquor Run. But we've got you here, Anna. You've been behind the camera 80,000 times. Right. But you've never actually stepped on the other side of the desk. All right, before we jump into it, a quick wristwatch check. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Universal Genève pole router. I've had this for 2 years now. Mm-hmm. It's my only watch. And it's gorgeous, and I love it. And it's on a T&H Jean Rousseau Sark strap.
It looks great. It's a great combination.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's it's an undervalued watch. I remember when you got that watch. The value was a fraction of what it is today. And frankly, I think that the value is still going up. Is it going to triple from here on out? No, probably not. But to say that there's going to be depreciation is, in my opinion, ridiculous. I am wearing a Hoyer chronograph. It's a reissue. References, like CS something. That's the prefix. A beautiful reedition. I think 36 millimeters in size. Super, super true to vintage Hoyer chronographs. We're actually listing this on the watch shop at theoandharris.com on Tuesday. So if you're interested in it, then shoot us an email at theoandharris.com and pick up a Sark strap. Let's drink first.
Let's drink.
And then we'll get into T&H. So we picked up some hot cocoa from Dunkin' Donuts because Starbucks is a little bit annoyingly expensive. I actually like this more. It's sweeter. I guess it appeals to the child, the sweet tooth child in me. You know what I mean? Whereas Starbucks is just, I don't know. I feel like it's for an adult, and I'm not there yet. Yeah. It's bitter. I'm just not really fan. And the cheapest peppermint schnapps we could find because realistically, when else are we going to drink peppermint schnapps?
Right.
Okay, let's talk about T&H. We've never actually been on camera together.
No.
You and I have worked together from day one.
Day one.
Do you want to tell that story? Do you want to?
Yeah. So when when we met, we were both in college at Seton Hall, and he was talking about this company he was starting. I had absolutely no interest in watches, and thought that it was ridiculous that anyone would buy a watch for more than $40 or something.
But you came from kind of the antithesis of that culture-wise, right? Right. Kind of like California farm.
Oh yeah, like farm. Like I'm from a farm. My mom's an artist. Like we dabble in like yoga and veganism, whatever. so complicated. So that's totally absurd to me. This idea
complicated
of
paddocks.
Exactly. Like totally. It was really cool, and I appreciated the design and like the artistry of it.
Barely in the beginning though. But
barely. That was once you decided like this is a thing I'm doing, and too bad.
Yeah.
Like,
too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that took a while. But I had a camera, and
It's a good way of putting it. I
owned a camera. Yeah. And I knew how to use it a little. I had been using it. Well, not for the purposes that we did for Theo and Harris. I knew how to like take a photo in proper lighting in the daytime of a person. That was fine. But Christian and I had agreed I would take the first set of photos for the watches for Theo and Harris, and we were gonna do that sometime in February, right? Like sometime. And
we were putting it off a little bit. It's
we didn't have a date.
Start a company,
right?
A lot of things to do, but like I don't know.
Like the website wasn't done.
No, I was in college. I mean, so you're
sophomore year.
You're in no rush. You don't have rent to pay, you don't have car notes,
Yeah.
So it was just like, I'm working on this thing and it'll go up. I'm gonna get it up. So realistically, it could have gone up in April, May. Who knows how long it would have taken.
The voicemail.
You should play the voicemail.
I have the voicemail. So on the story. Yeah. So we have this like due date that's very vague, and Christian calls me on February 12th. I think it was, I have the voicemail.
Yes.
He calls me on February 12th or something like that. It was a Thursday. Yes, it was going to be the Friday.
No, it was a Wednesday.
No, it was a Thursday. Because it was all going to have to be live on the Friday, right? No, it was a Wednesday because it would have to be the Thursday. Yes, okay. So we were going to be featured in What was it called then?
Well, I got an email from Eric Wind, who was he wasn't a full-time watch guy yet. He was a watch geek, and he did Friday writing for Hodinkee at the time. It was called What's Selling Where.
Yeah.
And I had talked to Eric a couple times before that. We weren't buddies by any means. He didn't know who I was. Eric had no interest in helping me, really. Like, when I mean interest, I mean he had nothing to gain, by helping me. But he shot me a message one day and he said, "Hey Christian, if your just website goes up by Friday, I'll feature you in What's Selling Where." And I was like, "Wait, what?" Like I'm gonna the company's gonna be one day old. Like my company one day old.
This Friday.
And it's gonna be it doesn't even exist yet, and I have to have it up in 2 days. So we needed photos. So I called Anna.
Frantically.
Let's play that clip.
I didn't answer. He left me a voicemail.
Anna, please call me back. I need you. Please call me back.
You so graciously accepted my invitation to work.
Yes. So Christian picks me up because I didn't have a car, and we go to his house, and it's like 6 or 7 p.m., right?
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
I start taking photos at like 7.
Yeah.
7 or 8. And we have like a 2x4 that we're placing watches on. I don't have a tripod really, so I'm like standing on the couch in your bedroom with like wax paper over the lights. And after a 8-hour photo shoot for 12 watches, we have these like horribly lit, really poor resolution photos of 12 watches.
Yes.
For this little website that we spent like 4 hours
They were really bad photos. Let's put some of those photos up.
Oh,
we have some of them. Those were
great.
Look at this one.
This is where we started.
This is beautiful, And it was funny because the morning that we launched, we were featured in Hodinkee, and it was just like, wow, I did nothing. Anna took photos, and Aaron, who from day one had worked for us, so it's been Anna, Aaron, and I from day one, put together a website, and we edited, and we made it. And we wrote it just happened in the course of like not even 24 hours, like 12 hours. 12 hours. Which really is kind of funny. I mean, if we did it like that in 12 hours, realistically, it should have taken a week to build a website comfortably. You know what I mean? Like it should have what we started off with. Yeah. So we launched, and then I guess it became okay. How do we sell watches now? Now that we have a platform to sell watches, how do we actually sell them? I mean. Yeah. I remember the first night we sold a watch. It was the Arctos NATO.
Mm-hmm. That was the one that was featured.
And it sold. And then it sold to a friend, Craig. And then at the time he's become a friend since. Then we sold Timex. Mind you, we would sell watches every like 3 or 4 weeks. And when a watch would sell, I would be like,
you would text us all.
I used to scream. Yeah. Because I sold a $200 watch and made $13. And but I think it's important to kind of talk about for a second what T&H was supposed to be, because T&H now is nothing, or put it this way, apart from the fundamental core principles of good people that sell cool watches, we're totally dissimilar. I mean, at the time, to me, selling a watch that was over $500 was crazy. We wanted to be just this mass market vintage watches that could compete price-wise with MVMT or with Daniel Wellington, or maybe a little bit more, but still, way below $500. Mm-hmm. And that was it. Like, that was really the vision. Put vintage on someone's wrist.
Right.
Then we kind of realized, well, one, we didn't have any money. We couldn't even buy nicer watches if we wanted to.
Right.
But then I think when we started to, make some money, and when I mean some, I mean like a couple $100 a month to $200 or $300 a month, mind you, working a lot of hours, maybe an average of $2 an hour. You know what I mean? That's or even less, really, realistically, way less than that. We started to build. We turned. We started off with $10,000. We started off with $10,000 in investment, and that built that into 12. And then we liquidated and then put that into better watches instead of more of the same level and better and better and better, and we ended up taking a risk on Rolex. And I remember that. We didn't own Rolex. Like, I couldn't afford I had a personal one that I'd spent all my money on, but T&H,
it was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was the decision that you asked about, and it was like,
what do you think?
Yeah.
And then we started selling them. But it took a long time. I mean, it probably took from the first day we listed a Rolex to the day that we became like, okay, if we list one, it will sell within a week. That was 6-8 months. Mm. When did we introduce video?
September of that year. 6 months after we
crazy.
Started. But that was once a week. We didn't start Tuesday, Thursday until.
Yeah, we started one video a week, and then it went from one. Then it
quickly went to two.
It was one video, then we split that video into 2 videos, and then we kept building and building and building. Anyway, now that that's T&H. Now T&H has become a very dynamic company, a company with more than 3 employees. It's you, Aaron, and I are founding members. Then we have Logan Hannon, who's our wonderful writer. Logan does 3 articles a week on T&H under the title Watch 101. They're very educational. They usually don't take on these huge tasks or conundrums of horology, but I think that what Logan's doing so well is he's addressing things that may have been addressed in the past, but giving them their real time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Things that are sort of skipped over sometimes are assumed that the audience knows.
Right. Whereas realistically, we know that we're reaching so many new people every week, every month. Mm-hmm. New people that, aren't watch geeks yet. They're giving this a shot.
Right.
So yeah, the difference between automatic and manual means something. Or why is Breitling not as great as I thought? Or why is it better than I thought? You know what I mean? So those are, or what's a fake Rolex? Or, why is it bad in some perspective, So that's Logan. We have Bradley Morris, who's our wonderful editor. Is Bradley editing this video?
Mm-hmm.
Cheers to Bradley. We have Elias, who's our editor from Germany. Mm-hmm. Another terrific guy, right? Cheers, Elias. Guy. How do you say hi, like Elias? He's just like,
hello.
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 Hello, Elias.
Hello, Elias.
In Germany, 15 years old?
I think 16.
16 years old, Elias? I'm not sure. I don't remember. You're just so mature. A wonderful editor, super talented. Yep. We just,
super passionate guy.
Yeah. James Buckley. I mean, we couldn't be more proud to be working with these editors. We're a young company, right? So we're only 3 years old, or not even yet. And all of our employees, apart from Aaron, are like under 22.
22 or under, yeah.
Right, yeah, I'm 22, and that's it. Like, it's 22 and down, which is amazing. I find that super interesting.
Yeah.
But I love that we work with young people.
Mm-hmm.
They're more malleable.
Yes.
It's
and they're
easier.
still figuring out their talents, and I think they're just very willing to explore and work with what we have and make it. Be flexible with things.
Yeah, no, totally. Which is for us. I mean, it's very. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this.
Okay.
It's very important. When you're building a company from nothing, I think that experimenting is your system isn't there yet. It's not done yet. When you're working at a seriously just massive company, sure, are you evolving microsystems? Yeah, but your system as a company is done, or basically done.
Right.
Where ours, I mean, we have a pretty damn good idea, but it's not done yet. Mm-hmm. So I'm lucky enough, I consider myself lucky enough to hop on the phone with a 20-year-old video editor who's not, basically my peer, as far as age-wise, and then they can give, me a tremendous idea on how to make this more efficient or more effective, so that's T&H. So what are you doing now? Today, Friday, you graduated college.
Today I'm done with finals for my last semester of college.
Congratulations.
And I turned in my thesis.
Cheers.
Hopefully
you turn in your thesis. Yeah.
Cheers.
Isn't that crazy?
Are you doing this? It's crazy.
So what's up after T&H?
That's good.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's up after college? There's no
after T&H. I've applied to work at WeWork, which is a company that started in New York, and they rent office space. They're going to have 50 locations in New York in January of 2018, and they have dozens globally.
Yeah.
It's a big company. It's very new, and it's just a great place for networking and for being able to do like a side gig. So I'd be able to do T&H and also work at WeWork and just meet a lot of cool people and see the company grow and help be part of that. So.
But you'll still be working at T&H.
But I'll still be working at T&H.
But you've taken a much different role at T&H now, right?
So initially I was doing almost everything, all the hands-on stuff, doing the footage and editing all the videos and doing the photography, and now
so 6 videos a week.
6 videos a week, yes. And now I'm doing more of a management of all of that. Yeah. So I manage the content and I oversee and edit all of it, but we have those 3 editors who are amazing and who do the actual editing.
Yeah.
And I'm more of recording and then getting everything to them and editing after they've done the initial edits.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my gig now.
And you'll also be doing, outreach now and kind of brand development.
And then in a couple months, I'll be doing, brand development and reaching out to other companies.
Yeah. I think that one of, people, like one of the big things that older entrepreneurs ask younger entrepreneurs, and if you give them a bullshit answer, they just hate you. Like what's your weakness? And they don't mean like I work too hard. Like you're just a jerk. Yeah. Like, oh great, like you've revealed your own, naivety. You know what I mean?
Right.
I always say like I'm really, really, really bad at B2B contacts. I'm not interested in it. I love posting on YouTube, posting on social media, talking to my consumers, talking to my clients, talking to people who enjoy the content and are engaged.
Yeah.
I don't like talking to businesses, and which is an awful, awful, awful thing. I'm not proud of it by any means, and I'm not good at it, so I don't like it, and I'm bad at it. So it's a terrible mixture. But I understand the value of creating a distribution channel through other mediums that TNH doesn't own. We own our Facebook, we own our website, we own our YouTube. But if we can get publication, or even if just quarterly publication on a little blog. In New Orleans, or on an Instagram in Los Angeles, or whatever, that with it, at scale in mass, that gives a tremendous opportunity for this business to really reach that many more people and educate that many more people. And then, of course, when they're ready for their watch, they come to the shop. Yeah. But I probably haven't been so excited about something at TNH in a while. Than you taking over this role. Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be really, really different than what I've been doing. I feel like my job now and for the past almost 2 years has been very secluded and very confined to what we do at TNH has been confined to you and sometimes Aaron. So I'm excited to take what I know of all of the things that go on at TNH and know of the brand that we've built together for 2.5 years and share that and promote it and get it spreading.
Yeah.
More than it already is.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's an awesome company. Seriously. I mean, most people know this story. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. What was it? It was 2 years ago when I graduated college, right? 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in May.
Or a year and a half. Yeah.
It'll be 2 years in May. Yeah. I graduated college, and I was gonna go to law school, and who knows? I was gonna go to law school and be a lawyer, or go to law school and be, someone that just wasted a bunch of money on law school and not have a job.
Goes back to
just I'd be in the same space I am in now, except without a company and with a bunch of debt. So this company has really changed. It's changed our lives.
Oh yeah, totally changed my life.
It's funny, like people comment and shoot emails and they downvote or they upvote, and I feel like sometimes they think that no one's gonna see that. How often do I call you, and say either, oh wow, what a great remark, or wow, like what a jerk off thing to say.
Yeah.
Most of us. But it's just funny. I mean, and so much of the positive feedback is yes. I mean, thank you so much for everything you've done for watches, or I love your thoughts on this. But so much of it, the majority of it, the most impactful stuff is really, hey, I've been following you, Anna and Aaron, for 2.5 years, and you guys have inspired me to go do what I want to do. That doesn't necessarily mean start a business, but that means say, hey, what I'm supposed to do, go fuck yourself real quick. I'm gonna go do what I want to do because I don't know, I could die one day. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I totally recognize that, we were super low risk. I mean, I was in college. If Theo and Harris failed, nothing really happened. I could have went to law school, so it didn't really matter. So I don't even compare my situation ever to someone in their 30s or 40s that has a family to support, and an apartment or a house and a mortgage and a car. So it's not even close. But hey, if we can help anyone, do what they want to do. That's more important to us than selling watches. You know what I mean? Like markedly. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Liquor Run. We had a blast. Here's to cheers with our peppermint schnapps and hot cocoa to 2.5 more years, or 3 or 8 more years of TNH.
3 or 8.
That's it. Cheers, guys.